Something just happened that left fans stunned, and the scoreboard only tells part of the story. Behind the loss to the Rays is a shocking truth that goes far deeper than a bad inning or a missed opportunity. From unexpected errors to puzzling strategy decisions, this wasn't just a game, it was a wake-up call. Was it fatigue, overconfidence, or something brewing beneath the surface that no one wants to admit? Whatever it was, it exposed cracks that could seriously impact the season moving forward. If you think this was just another loss, think again, because the real story is just beginning, and it might change how you see this team entirely. Stay tuned, this is where things get real. Hey Dodgers fans, if you love staying up to date with the latest Dodgers drama, trades, and game recaps, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more breaking news from the heart of LA baseball. Now let's get into today's shocking update, because what just happened at Tropicana Field has fans completely stunned and the baseball world buzzing. The Los Angeles Dodgers, a powerhouse team with sky-high expectations this season, just dropped a gut-wrenching loss to the Tampa Bay Rays, and it's not just about the final score. It's about how it happened, who was involved, and the truth behind the scenes that fans didn't see coming. From the rotation decisions to the slumping stars, this loss wasn't just a bad day, it exposed deeper problems that can't be ignored any longer. Let's break it all down, because trust me, what you're about to hear isn't just disappointing, it's downright shocking. So here's what went down. The Dodgers entered the game with confidence, riding high off a strong stretch of play and looking to assert dominance over an inconsistent Rays squad. On paper, this looked like a winnable matchup. But instead of capitalizing on their momentum, the Dodgers completely unraveled, and the cracks in their system started showing early. First off, let's talk pitching. The Dodgers gave the ball to a starter who's been showing signs of fatigue, and boy, did the Rays make them pay. Whether it was a questionable call by Dave Roberts or just bad execution, the rotation choice backfired massively. Early innings were shaky, command was off, and the Rays jumped out with authority. But here's where things really take a turn, because what fans saw on the surface barely scratches the truth. There's growing frustration in the clubhouse about the way the starting rotation is being handled. Sources close to the team suggest some players are losing faith in the current rotation strategy. Mix in some lingering injuries that haven't been fully disclosed to the media, and it's clear the Dodgers are walking on thin ice with their pitching depth. The front office wanted to ride out the storm without making a panic trade, but this loss might be the final straw. Meanwhile, the Rays came in hungry. They weren't intimidated. They exploited every weak spot they could find, stealing bases, drawing walks, hitting with runners in scoring position. It was clinical, aggressive, and frankly, humiliating for a Dodgers team that's built to be elite. But the most troubling part: the offense. Where was the firepower? Where were the stars? Mookie Betts had one of his quietest games of the season. Freddie Freeman, usually the anchor of this lineup, couldn't get anything going. Shohei Ohtani, still working his way back to full form, looked uncomfortable at the plate. You could feel the energy drain from the dugout as the game wore on. This wasn't just a game, they were being outplayed in every single department. And as the innings dragged on, the tension was visible. Sloppy base running, missed signs, mental errors. These aren't things you expect from a veteran team like the Dodgers. This looked like a team not just struggling, but spiraling. And fans are rightfully furious. Social media lit up immediately after the game. Questions were flying about Dave Roberts' decision-making, the lack of urgency from the players, and whether the front office has been too passive in addressing the glaring holes in this team. Let's not forget, the Dodgers are expected to contend for a championship every single year. Anything less is a failure. And when you lose like this, it's not just a loss, it's a warning sign. Insiders are now reporting that this loss has reignited serious discussions inside the Dodgers front office. Names are being floated. Trade options are back on the table. And while the team has been hesitant to part with top prospects, the urgency is growing. There's talk that the front office is now actively pursuing a high-end starting pitcher and a right-handed power bat to stabilize the offense. Players like Tyler Glasnow and Juan Soto have already been rumored in the past. But after this embarrassment? It's no longer just a rumor mill, it's a necessity. But there's more to this story than just stats and trades. There's a vibe issue. Several beat reporters have hinted that the energy inside the clubhouse is off. This team looks tired, mentally worn down, pressured. And after a string of injuries and roster shuffles, it's beginning to affect performance. Shohei Ohtani is still not 100%. Max Muncy's absence has been felt heavily on both sides of the ball. And even younger guys who showed promise earlier in the season are now struggling to keep up under the weight of expectations. Meanwhile, the Rays played like a team with nothing to lose. They stole momentum and never gave it back. And what hurts most for Dodgers fans is that this game looked winnable. This wasn't a blowout from the start. This was a slow collapse, a failure to adjust, a lack of fight, and a failure to respond to adversity. And now everyone's asking, is this a one-time embarrassment, or is this the beginning of a bigger slide? Dodgers fans deserve answers. And as of now, there's not a lot of transparency coming from leadership. Dave Roberts gave the usual post-game statements about execution and bouncing back, but it rang hollow. The fans can see it. The players can feel it. Something's broken. Whether it's chemistry, strategy, or just burnout, it has to be addressed before it's too late. And let's not sugarcoat it, this is a defining stretch for the Dodgers. The trade deadline is fast approaching. Other contenders are already making moves. The Phillies are loading up. The Braves are quietly stacking depth. Even the Giants, despite a rough season, are making aggressive calls. The Dodgers can't afford to wait. This loss to the Rays was more than a blemish on the record, it was a loud wake-up call. Now all eyes are on Andrew Friedman. Will he make a bold move and shake up the roster before things slip further? Or will he stay the course and hope the current squad finds its rhythm? Fans are demanding action. And with the NL West tightening and the wild card race getting crowded, there's no room for indecision. And let's not forget the emotional toll on this fanbase. Dodgers fans are some of the most passionate in baseball. They fill the stands. They live and breathe this team. And they've watched as this roster, packed with superstars and backed by one of the biggest payrolls in sports, continues to underperform in high-stakes games. That's not just frustrating, it's infuriating. Tonight's loss wasn't about bad luck. It wasn't about one mistake. It was about a system that's cracking under pressure. If the Dodgers want to be taken seriously as World Series contenders, they need to face this moment head-on. That means accountability from the top. That means lineup changes. That means honest conversations behind closed doors. And above all, it means urgency. We'll keep watching. We'll keep holding them accountable. And we'll be here to bring you every twist, turn, and shocking development along the way. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop your thoughts in the comments because we want to hear how you feel after that nightmare game. What would you change? Who needs to go? And do the Dodgers still have what it takes to make a deep October run? Thanks for watching. This has been your latest update from LA. Stay locked in, Dodgers Nation, because something big is coming. And we'll be here to break it all down when it does.